I'm Jenny. I'm a creativity researcher and a coach, and this is Reclaiming Creativity, where we explore what it means to live a creative life. Today, I'm feeling like I need a bit of an energy reset, so I figured I would try something new and share with you a creativity meditation practice that I use when I need to refresh my spirit. So I'm hoping by the end of the next 10 to 15 minutes that I'll feel refreshed and energized and centered, and that you might too if you decide to meditate along with me. So this practice has 4 parts. I start off with a simple centering exercise. Then I read a poem that means something for me as it pertains to the creative life. Then I have about 3 minutes of silence, and then I share whatever comes up for me in that time. And then we close. So if that sounds good to you, go ahead and get comfortable. Maybe take a deep breath. You can have your eyes open or closed, whatever feels comfortable. And when you go ahead and allow your awareness to arrive. Call it back from all the places that your attention has spread and scattered, and just gently, gently hug it back in so that it can stay right here, right now. And allow that awareness to simply rest on the breath. There's no need to make the breath be a certain way. Simply just notice how the breath is at the moment. And allow the body to breathe itself. And we'll center in 4 dimensions. First, finding our length. So allow the awareness to expand to fill the full length of the body, from the soles of the feet and the tailbone. Maybe feel the gentle tug of gravity holding us into the earth. And at the same time, feel a thread connected to the crown of the head with a gentle lift. And allow the awareness to fill the full length of the body. Next, we center in width. Allow your awareness to occupy the right side and the left side of your body. Feel the full width and find the center in the middle of that width. Next, we center in depth. So let your awareness feel the very front space of the body, and then the very back space of the body. And allow the awareness to fill all the space in between, all the depth, and find the center. And the fourth dimension we center on is this dimension of intention. There's no need to think too hard about it, just whatever comes. The intention might be love or peace. The intention might be a person or a project. And at the moment I'm centering in an intention of healing for our loved one. And so from this centered place, I want to share a poem from John O'Donohue, wonderful Irish poet, in this amazing book to bless the space between us. This is for the artist at the start of day. May morning be astir with the harvest of night, your mind quickening to the eros of a new question, your eyes seduced by some unintended glimpse that cut right through the surface to a source. May this be a morning of innocent beginning, when the gift within you slips clear of the sticky web of the personal, with its hurt and its hauntings and fixed fortress corners. A morning when you become a pure vessel for what wants to ascend from silence. May your imagination know the grace of perfect danger, to reach beyond imitation and the wheel of repetition, deep into the call of all the unfinished and unsolved, until the veil of the unknown yields and something original begins to stir toward your senses and grow stronger in your heart. In order to come to birth in a clean line of form that claims from time a rhythm not yet heard, that calls space to take a different shape. May it be its own force field and dwell uniquely between the heart and the light, to surprise the hungry eye by how deftly it fits about its secret loss. Now 3 minutes. So that's the 3 minutes. And now I just want to share a little bit of what's coming up for me. I've read that poem many times, and each time it feels like I discover something new about it. Something new stands out to me. So this time, what stood out was this line in particular. He says, "For what wants to ascend from silence. For what wants to ascend from silence." And thinking about this, I think what struck me about it is that so often we think about creative inspiration as coming from above. It's this downward motion where, we talk about getting a download, or, even the apple falls on the tree. The apple falls from the tree, in Newton's moment of creative insight. And so it feels like so often we associate it with the top-down movement. But here, John O'Donohue is talking about what wants to ascend from the silence. So it's an upward movement. And this has a different energy to it. It feels, of course it isn't either one or the other, but I really like this because the top down, it feels like I'm waiting for something beyond me, something bigger than me, to grace me with its presence and gift me with some magical insight just because. Whereas this idea of wanting to ascend from the silence, it gives a different image. It's like as if there's a subterranean lake, so still, so dark, and it's inside. So in this way, it's more that the inspiration comes from within, but it comes from a deeper layer, a deeper level. And just then I feel bigger. I feel bigger than that source of creative inspiration in a way. So that's one thing that's occurring to me about it. But another thing is that he ascribes agency to this creative idea. It wants to ascend from the silence. And so that's a beautiful idea, because so often we can get stuck where it feels like we're trying to pull a donkey that's being very stubborn and digging its heels in, and we can get into this forcing kind of energy, when actually what if the creative inspiration is just waiting patiently, gently, kindly, until there's enough silence that it can speak into it and be heard. So that's just a bit of what I've gotten out of this exercise. I'd love to hear if you've gotten anything out of it, and thanks for joining me. If you liked this experiment, let me know and I can do some more creativity meditations. And with that, I'll see you next time. And until then, may your creativity continue to surprise you.